ground shake.
Hello YouTube, I have here a AutoStudio reference AS-REF30, a 30-year anniversary edition for a AutoStudio speakers. This is not the newest, this is actually a few years old, but this is the speaker I have selected for my next build. The build will be Tonnin Sorsa, which means €1,000 Opel Corsa, and Sorsa means a duck, but it sounds similar, Corsa, Sorsa, so I planned it to be a Tonnin Sorsa. Now in that build I will be making a fully active two-way front end with a DSP and a external amplifier, so I will be using these speakers in it. I will be making a video about how to install and how to set them up, mostly in Finnish, but hopefully I can get the same information for you via a voiceover or dubbing the actual video. Stay tuned for that. But now for the speakers. This is a nice 6.5 inch speaker with a really soft surround here. This is made from Kevlar and a fiberglass, and it has nice big diffuser down in here. Now the chord movement is easy, very easy to move, and it has actually quite of a big magnet here. The voice coil is 1 inch, that this should be very sensitive. It is around 90 dB per wattage, and it will last like, I think it was 120 watts per speaker. So this is a quite nice set for the price of €249. Now I chose this series because I wanted to have some speakers in the mid range of 200 and 300 euros, and I selected these because of the mids. I really like the mids, I really like the look, and actually if you can see from the camera GoPro there, this is a little bit transparent, this cone. So actually you can put LEDs behind the enclosure and light it up in different colors. That makes it quite unique and nice install. Also, this is a more of a sound quality setup here with a mid-range and tweeters, and these have been tested to be sounded pretty okay. So I am confident about my choice of speakers here. Behind here you can see a nice sticker of AutoStudio and 30-year anniversary. Actually I'm 31 years old, so this is quite my speaker selection or something like that. But the nice big magnet, big voice coil, easy moving parts, and these nice leads that go down to spider. These are actually quite flexible, so they will not be on the way or will not affect on the speaker output. And the nice unique basket here, it's the things, it's the little things that counts in these kind of speakers. Now the tweeters in this series are actually, that one I haven't not touched. So the speakers in this series are looking like this, and they are actually neodymium magnet inside and with a 1 inch voice coil also, like the mid-range. Now this is a flush mount. With this kind of ABS plastics you can install it in flush mount. This will hold it from the back and fold it against where you are installing it. This goes out, you can twist it around, and this is the size of the tweeter that comes out. In the back here you can see AutoStudio reference 30th tweeter, nice sticker there. And I will probably try to remove this grill here because it will affect the sound. I will not want it to have quite open, but let's first test it out how it sounds like this. I will be not using these crossovers, but I will be explaining something about these crossovers. So it has this kind of crossovers, which are quite nice finished look. It is quite bulky, so perhaps you might want to install it inside, or hiding it behind the door panels will be quite difficult. It has a normal standard 12 dB per octave crossovers here, and it has one input. Woofer, he goes here. Tweeter has a three different settings, which are a -3, 0, and +3. Now, if you are using the same output here, you are using one output here, the probably the tweeter will sound a little bit too high for the mid-range to start to really kick in. So I recommend everybody to install this way that it is in -3 dB. Every time I install passive crossovers, I will always put it in -3 or lower, and even under the head unit go a little bit low on the 6 kHz side, just to make the sound of the tweeter smooth and nice. Now the components here are just basic components, nothing too shabby, nothing really interesting here. It is quite nice design, quite nice looking. And also here you can see these, it comes with the grills for the mid-range speakers, just a standard ABS ring here and a nice open speaker grill here. And actually this sticker here has a AutoStudio sticker. It has a little bit of this plastic on it, so you can take it off to make it really nice and shiny, but I will not take it off now as I need to install this, so I don't want to scratch it. But this will be more than okay for my installation for my car, because I wanted it to have a not the highest. We have a Doom demo build that we built in Finnish. It has a Hertz Mille Legend series speakers. They sound really nice. And in my Sorsa now, my Opel Corsa has a Hertz DSK 165.3, which is a 69 euro set. They are really cheap. They sound quite okay, but the tweeter is actually quite horrible. But with this setup, 200 300 euros, I chose this in the mid-range, and I will be installing and hoping these sound really good. I've actually seen a review about this front end, and the mid-range is by far really good, but the tweeter range needs some adjusting. But if you are using them through your passive crossover, every tweeter needs adjusting. So I will be using this fully active with a 4-channel amplifier, so I hopefully get everything right and sound correctly. And I actually will go into local auto magazine in Finnish auto magazine, and they will review about my car, how it sound like. So this was AutoStudio reference AS-REF30th 30-year anniversary edition of these speakers. Really nice looking. I really love these mid-range speakers, especially as this is quite of transparent, this cone here. So I'm designing some kind of LEDs behind the speaker, so I can change the LED, change the color of the speaker cone here. It is a little bit yellowish, but I think it will glow through nicely. So we'll see you on the build video, and hopefully you like my builds also. What kind of front end are you using? Are you using a crossover? Passive crossover, active crossover, DSP, or do you not know what kind of crossovers you have? Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and leave a comment. And we see you on the next video. Bye bye!